Thank you, Michael. I promise not to be 10 minutes. It's been a very long day, and most of you are still here, so you're either very polite or you've been very interested. I'd just like to say thank yous, really. Firstly, a thank you to all our excellent panelists, and especially to Nick Renison for coming down all the way from Cumbria, and John Crawford for coming down from Glasgow. That's an extraordinary effort. None of them have been paid. It's all been for the greater good. So I'd really like you to thank them very much indeed. Just one last time. I've very little to add to today's conference. As Harry mentioned earlier, we are in a state of great flux, probably historic flux in this industry, and today is a great opportunity to dwell on the opportunities in the markets and things like regenerative or conservation agriculture and the wider landscape generally. Our principles behind today's conference was to blend on stage scientists and academics with practitioners who are actually doing it to see if the theory lines up with the practice. I hope this formula has worked for you. We are sending out follow-up emails, and we would be very, very interested to hear what your thoughts are, how we could do it better. We do have an ambition to do it again, but it'll be very much based on people's views and how we feel it's gone down today. So we'd be very grateful if a few people responded at least. We're fortunate where we are to have world-class science going on in our county. We have Rothamsted, we have Plymouth and Exeter all on our doorstep, and we have benefited from them doing world-class science, and we do need to engage with that science. It does sometimes, it confirms what we think, and that sometimes makes you carry on doing it. So we see what happens, but it's nice to know that the science aligns with the things that we see. Rothamsted in particular have been in our county doing this research on sustainable agriculture for decades, and we're very grateful to Andy Neal from Rothamsted, whose input has been critical both in the planning stages and on the stage today. We also have to thank our sponsors, Plymouth University and Exeter City Council, who gave us the confidence and backbone to actually push on and do this. And also we've had support from Recon Soil, Interreg, the CLA and the NFU. So all of these people have actually allowed us the confidence to actually do this for the first time. There's a lot of work put into doing this. I'd like to thank Lisa Moore, who is our new show manager, who's been landed with an enormous amount of work because of her new job, but she's also been fielding an awful lot of the inquiries, and there's a lot of extra burden and work for her and her team, and Chris Skelton, who's here, who were all here till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock last night, following on from Lewis Capaldi, moving chairs, hoovering, and all the other work which is involved in getting ready for a conference at 10 o'clock in the morning. Harry Studholm, who started the process and built the team, and has basically guided us through setting up this conference, has been enormous in this. But one of the great decisions he made is recruiting the final person I would like to thank, which is Mel Bradley, who's over here in the alcove there, who has been a driving force behind the event, supporting Harry and delivering the components needed to do this. We formed a small group to start, but as ever, key people drive these events, and these three have put in an enormous amount of work and energy and knowledge to get it going. This has been run by the Devon County Agricultural Association, and as chair of the council, I would like to congratulate and thank all of those who have contributed. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming. And now we've got tea. Thank you.
And cake.
And cake.